Welcome to Mommy Diaries. This show is about parenting, motherhood, and this amazing journey. On today's show, I'm excited. I have the amazing Simphiwe Ngema. How are you, Mama?
I'm good. I'm good.
You look good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I don't feel too good, but
Yeah.
thank you.
And how's life?
Life is good. Life is great. I cannot wait to be mommy of 2.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Yes, pregnancy is not easy.
It's not. Yeah. I remember.
But
Yeah.
I'm in the moment.
In the moment, yeah. And for those who don't know you, because I don't think you do a lot of interviews, so I'm honored because I know how could you podcast in
I don't.
Simphiwe Ngema ke mang? Like, where did you grow up? I know you're a pastor's kid, that I know.
Yeah.
But who's Simphiwe?
I'm just a girl that is a performer. You know, I describe myself as a performer first because that's what I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
You know, I love singing, I love dancing, I love acting, and it's something that I've always loved from the time I was little. I was that child.
Yeah.
But jiva, and then
people like that. Yes.
You know, I'm a performer. I'm a mom now.
Yeah.
I am a daughter to 2 beautiful parents that have always been there for me, that I'm grateful for. I am a sister to the siblings that have my heart.
They do, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And yeah, just most importantly for me, I'm an entertainer.
Yeah. And how was the journey to get into the industry? Because a lot of people have different, stories and journey. Was it easy or, sometimes I went to an audition once and then I got the role, or did you go to...
No.
Lots and lots.
It wasn't easy for me. I remember my first audition, I was actually auditioning for The Lion King. And
Because you can sing.
Yes. And I didn't get it, but the person who was doing the auditions there had another production, which was called The Game. Okay. And then they asked me to audition for a role because it was a role of a biracial woman.
Okay.
Who obviously can speak Zulu, but you are light skinned, you look colored.
Yes.
So they thought I fit the role perfectly.
Yeah.
But I went I remember going to that audition with my mom, and we drove all the way to Durban. And I remember my dad thinking, guys, you're gonna drive all the way to Durban for an audition?
Yes.
You know? So that was a bit hectic, but I'm glad that I got the role. And my dad kind of relaxed when he realized it was okay. We actually make money out of this when you saw the contract. And I was like, oh, okay, you're getting paid to do this, Yeah. That's when he started taking it seriously. But that was my first production, The Game. Yeah.
You speak a lot about your mom and your dad, and obviously, like you said, you grew up with amazing parents.
Yeah.
How important is that for you raising your children?
It puts a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure, because I think my parents did so amazingly. I didn't grow up in a well-off family. Yeah. It wasn't about money all the time. But my parents always made a plan. My parents always showed up. I was talking to my dad the other day and I reminded him of a moment that was so important in my life. I was graduating and my dad was really, really sick. And he still showed up. He literally came to the graduation. I literally went on the stage, off, and then went home. Because I knew that my dad is there and he's there for me. I can't be now selfish and be like, okay, now let's chill and wait for it. You know what I mean? But I appreciated that moment so much. My mom showed up at every concert. Sometimes she'd be the only parent there, and the teachers would be like, your mom is always here. If she knew that I was performing, if she knew that any of us were playing sports or whatever, she would always be there.
Yeah.
And for me, that's what's important. Those are the lessons that I've learned from my parents, and that's how I want to raise my kids. I want them, yes, to value money, but to value relationships more.
And showing up, like you say, because
Exactly.
sometimes showing up when it's difficult, we don't want to show up.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to these sports, and sometimes it's a lot.
We didn't know.
You don't want to go, but also, you know, because of you grew up with that, and I think with me as well, that's what I learned from my mom. Like, she used to show up, and I think maybe you were not unemployed. She had all the time in the world. You know, she would just come and watch me perform. And I think when you do that as a parent, you get to understand your children better, and you know what they like and they don't like. And it's important and inspiring.
It makes such a difference.
Yeah.
It makes such a difference, because as an adult, you then remember that I need to do this for my kids because my parents did it for me.
Yeah. And what kind of a mother are you? Are you strict? Between you and your hubby, who's more strict?
I am more strict, but I feel like the kids don't take me seriously.
I wouldn't take you seriously. You look too sweet.
I'm too soft. So even when I shout, they just like...
Okay.
You know, even my nieces and nephews, because I've got like one niece and 4 nephews. So it just gets... And we're very, very close. So even with holidays or whatever, they'll come to my house.
Yeah.
No, they do as they please. But even if I shout, and it's because I'm the active aunt. I play with them. We can run outside, go kick the ball, do all of that. So when I'm like serious, they just like, ma'am,
okay,
please. No, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
And I think I'm strict, but they just don't take me seriously.
It's not you, it's them. You doing your job.
I am, because I do shout.
Yeah. And how was your first pregnancy? Like, you know, the journey, was it easy?
No, my first pregnancy was difficult. Also because it was during COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that hectic lockdown, I remember I was admitted in hospital. So, and we didn't even know. Remember level 5 lockdown?
The first one.
Yes, when they were scaring us and they like, don't go to the hospital. People are dying. They're not coming out.
Yes.
I was at the hospital and I was pregnant. You know, it was very scary. It was very, very scary. And my baby was heavy. It was just a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot, but it was worth it.
Yeah. COVID baby are very special, hey?
They are.
Because those were the tough times.
They
Being
are.
pregnant at that time, when they born, we all have masks on.
Exactly. No, let me tell you, my son only got out the house, I think, when he was like almost 5 months. And that was the first time he got out the house. Listen, he was so shocked that there is a whole world out there, because I was that scared, because I was like, I don't want my son to be out there and anything can happen. There's COVID, there's this, that. So I'd rather have him in the house. So the first time I remember I took him out, I took him to the mall. My son was looking at everything like, there's lights, there's other people besides my family. You know, it was just a moment. It was a moment for him. Yeah.
Let's cut there. Nick will fix the
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Ligama. Yeah.
The side.
Yeah.
Well, now it's a checks wardrobe. Everything.
My sister. So where should we pick it up from?
Do you want to ask
The next question. Okay. Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. And action.
And how important was support? Because, you know, when you're pregnant, you do need support from family, from your sisters, from your hubby.
Yeah.
How important support was for you?
That's the one thing that I'm grateful for. I am so grateful. Hubby has, he loves being a dad.
Yeah.
He loves being a father, you know. It's so nice to have somebody that is active, and you can tell that they're passionate about being a father. They're not just doing it because they have to show up as their child, but he is conscious of the decisions that he makes when it comes to our kids, and he also shows up for every moment.
He's right there. I can see him. He's showing up right now.
You know, and I love watching him with Tiani. I love watching him like he teaches him so much. And like I said, he's very conscious about parenting.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, I want to teach him basketball. I want us to pray.
Yeah.
I want us to, you know, he's teaching him very things that I also value.
Yeah.
And also I'm grateful for my family. Like we literally live 5 minutes away from each other. So we all don't have nannies, by the way.
What?
We have helpers, but we don't have nannies. So, because we have each other.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I need to go to work, I know I can drop off my child
That's
at
a
my sister's
blessing.
place, who is 5 minutes away from me, or my other sister who's also 5 minutes away from me, you know, and we take turns with school runs.
That's a
Like,
blessing.
you know, it's a blessing. And also it's a blessing to have people that you know genuinely love your child. You don't have to worry. You're like, what's going on at home? You don't need cameras to be checking all the time if the nanny's doing the work or whatever. I know that they love my kids as much as I love their kids, and they genuinely love my kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they show up for my kids, and I show up for their kids. It's a blessing that I do not take for granted.
And you that whole blessing, you see it when you have a child.
Yeah.
You see how important your mom is when you have a child. Because my mom stays in Bloemfontein. She had to come all the way here. And I always imagine people who don't have parents, especially around this time, that you do realize how or your sisters are so important in your life when you have a child.
You understand
understand,
the words, it takes a village.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we think we can do it on our own, but you can't.
You can't. Yeah.
You can't, not when you have kids. And I admire people who do it on their own, because I'm just like, I feel like it's difficult even with the support system. So I can't imagine what it's like to not have anybody or not have any kind of support, you know. That's why I say I'm so grateful for my family.
Yeah.
I really am.
And being a mom to a boy, I'm a mom to a girl.
Boys are a lot. Boys are a lot.
They scare me.
They are energetic. Like Tiani is very energetic. But he was such an easy baby. That's what I'm grateful for. He never got sick.
Okay.
I don't remember rushing to hospital for anything. He's very kind, and he's very sweet, and he's very considerate. I love that about him. He makes me feel like I'm doing something right.
Good. Yeah.
You know. But he's just so energetic. I can't keep up. I can't keep up with running. Also, I'm 35.
And we all
So
do you besides the pregnancy, do you feel any changes? Like, do you notice the changes on your body? Because now,
not really.
So you're still feeling very young?
Yeah, like I have to kind of remind myself that I'm 35. Like, what? When did I get here? Because my mind and my body still says 21, baby. You know, I really get shocked every time I think about my age. But I've always said this. I love getting older because I feel like I'm growing into my emotions and my mind. And I think it's because of all the things that I've gone through in my life at a very young age. They've kind of accelerated my growth mentally, emotionally, and otherwise. So I found that I can't relate to my peers. That's why I've got older people.
Then I have older friends.
That are closer to me than any other age. You know what I mean? It's always like people in their late 40s and 50s. You know. I love just growing. Like I said, I feel like I'm just growing into my emotions and my mind.
You're very open about your life, but not too open. You know, like when someone is open but you don't know much. How do you deal with negativity, especially because we've chosen to post our children on social media? And that was my biggest fear before I started posting them. You know, like people can be mean and stuff. How do you deal with that when people are being mean to you, if they are at all?
I don't know them. I honestly don't know them.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can have an opinion about me and my life, but you don't know me either. You only know parts of me that I've allowed you to see. you don't know who Simphiwe Ngema is. And I say this because we get so much negativity, you know, a lot of negativity, and people have opinions, and when you look at social media, you can kind of see what a person is like to a certain degree. For instance, if you go, I think the people that follow me know Simphiwe's always in the house.
Yeah.
You know, things
Going
like that.
live and having fun.
Yes,
Yes,
and
yeah.
she's always on her live. I'm not a person who likes clubbing that much. You know, I don't like sugar daddies or blessers and all of that. But people have their own perceptions about you, and they think, oh, because she's a pretty face, she must be the blesser type of girl, she must be a slay queen, she must be this and that. And then every time I do interviews, people are like, oh, she's actually intelligent. I'm like, do I look stupid? Which part of is it the nose? Which part of me looks stupid? You know what I mean? It's ridiculous, honestly. But I've just told myself that all the people that are being negative on social media would never be negative
Face to face.
face to face. I've never walked out of the house and came back, somebody said something negative, even at my worst, even when the media was just tearing me apart. There's never been a time when I went out and I was like, oh, that somebody said something negative to me. No, it's all love. It's just social media gives us this perception that the whole world is so bad and the whole world is against you. Oh my gosh, I'm so scared or whatever. And it's like, no, babe. It's just this bubble.
Yeah, it's just those few people who don't know you.
Who don't know you.
Yeah, that's a good answer. They don't know me. I don't know them.
They don't. They don't buy me bread.
Yeah.
They don't. I don't know. People have always been opinionated about me and about my life from a young age, because also I'm a PK. You know?
Yeah.
So you kind of grow up with people watching you, judging you, like watching you, like you can't make a move without anybody's opinion. So I've just learned to live my life because regardless of what I do, people will always have negative opinions. So I make decisions that are suitable for me, for my life, and decisions that I am happy about.
And you're on a beautiful journey now.
Yes.
You're pregnant.
Yes.
You're on a journey that I'm scared of. Because you look beautiful. But like, I'm so scared to have a second child.
I'm scared.
But at least you've done it.
I know, but I'm scared.
So, you know, like when you have a child, it's fine and you're done and you think you are done, and then you have another child, you're like, okay, cool. Now I'm scared to have a child. So I want to know, how is this beautiful journey right now?
Look, the support has been amazing. My family has been there for me through everything, you know, through it all. But I'm still scared because I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm about to have 2 kids. Like, I'm a mother of 2. I can't fathom how I am going to do it. I'm just trusting God, and I'm trusting that I will always have support in my life. And I think what I'm really, really scared of is just doing it right. I don't want to fail at parenting. I can fail at anything else, but not parenting. You know, I want to show up. I want to be there for my kids. That's like, my kids are my achievement.
I agree
with
you.
So I want them to be great. I want to raise them so well that they're able to stand in society as citizens that are worthy to be in society, and citizens that make a difference in society and stand out.
And have you ever felt like you were failing at some point with parenting Tiani?
Of course, when you show up late at school, for instance, like, it's the little things.
It's the little things
that make you feel so bad.
It's a lot.
So bad, and you're just like, but this is the first time you showed up late. Okay, you know. So it's just little things where you feel like, or you forget that
A school concert.
costume
Yes,
day or
yes.
whatever. I'm lucky because like school's not far, so I can always go home and get the costume and take it back to school.
Yeah.
You know, but you still feel bad about it, like, oh, how can I forget something like this? You know, but it happens. It happens. You have to be graceful to yourself, and yeah.
And you spoke that you said that you've been working.
Yeah.
Do you sometimes feel guilty for overworking?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you feel like you're not spending enough time with your kids.
Yeah.
You know, and for me, time is so important.
It is.
Like it's time is more important than money.
It is.
To me. I would rather say no to a bag and go spend a day with Tiani. You know, but sometimes you need to work because you need to feed this person. You know, you need to feed this person, especially with us when you're on set. You know, especially because I haven't been doing soapies, but I've been doing like your drama series, your movies. So that 2 weeks or a month of shooting gets really hectic. So hectic that you don't even see your child.
Yeah.
You leave home at 4 a.m.
You come back when they're
sleeping, you know, because everybody has so much pressure and everybody's just trying to get everything done so quickly.
That's true.
And we want to finish.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, oh, it's you feel so guilty because you're like, he hasn't seen me in 3 days.
And then you also feel jealous when they have a better relationship with their dad because the dad is always there. I'm like, no, what's your favorite color? It's not yellow anymore, it's red. I'm like, oh my God, I thought it's yellow. The last time we spoke,
it was
which
yellow.
was a few days ago, it was yellow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you know what? Our kids will never forget us. No. That's what I tell myself all the time. I'm just like, won't forget you.
Yeah.
You know, he loves you. Yeah. And the way he looks at me like he's everything.
Yeah.
You know, like everything that he's ever wanted in life. And for me, that's the blessing. Yeah.
And any advice you have for moms who don't have support like you? You know, sometimes some people don't have family like you. They do have family, but they don't get along. Any advice you would give them to people who like, you know, I'm pregnant as well. I'm going to be a mother of 2, but I don't have the same support as you.
Sure. Number one, I admire you. You know, I admire that you are able to do it on your own. And I know it's not easy, but keep going.
Yeah.
Pray for strength. Pray over your kids, because you, as much as we can't protect our kids. We can't. No. I always say this. You have to pray for your kids. There are spiritual battles out there. There's so much that's going on. Make sure that you pray over your kids. Make sure that you just do your best, and also be gentle to yourself. You know, you are doing well. You are doing the best that you can, and that's enough. Yeah, it's enough. Yeah, you know, like I said, it's difficult when you do have support. So I cannot imagine
when you don't.
How difficult it is when you don't. So just keep going and remember that you're doing so well, mommy. Yeah.
And being pregnant in our industry, it's not easy.
It's not.
Because the day you find out you're pregnant, they might write you out or holidaying and you never come back. The storyline ends.
You're dead.
How have you dealt with that? Like, because I think sometimes I get it because of story, but sometimes I feel like it's a bit unfair because we are women. We are going to get pregnant. We are going to have families.
Exactly.
Where now some women out there who are in our industry are scared to start families because they know they might not have a job for like how many months? It's not even 9 months only, because after the child is born, those few months.
Yeah, but I really think the industry is more lenient now.
Yeah, it's better.
Because when we started,
that's why we took our time.
It was difficult. That's why I had my first at 30.
Yeah.
You know, because we were always working. You were always thinking, oh my gosh, if I get married and fall pregnant, I can't work here anymore. I can't work there. They're probably gonna write me out here. You know, and I don't know why the industry has been like that for so many years, because we are women, like you said. We've got lives. Yeah. We need to live outside our careers, you know. I like what the industry is doing now, where they are able to write you write your pregnancy in,
Yeah.
you know, or even use wardrobe to kind of hide your pregnancy until you give birth and you come back. You know, I really do appreciate that right now. But it was difficult. Before it was really difficult. Also media attention. It's a lot. It is a lot. It is so hard to hide a pregnancy.
No, you can't.
It is,
and there's
so
always that
hard.
weird somebody will comment even when you're hiding it before you announce. When you're busy taking your pictures and you're hiding, someone will
now
comment.
You're trying to find angles, and the
No,
angles are
that
not
neck.
working. They're like, you can see that nose. You can see that something's going on. So with this pregnancy, with my previous pregnancy, it was easy because it was lockdown, so we were not going anywhere. With this pregnancy, I literally went to one event and then I was already on Sunday World. And then I was like, I came home and I told Habi, I'm like, listen, we're going to have to announce and tell our own story because if we don't, somebody else is going to do it. You know, because my grandmother called and she's like, hey, Oko Sunday World. Babu, I got pregnant. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, okay. That's when I started panicking. I was like, okay, we need to shoot. We need to shoot and just announce before anyone finds out. It's very difficult because you can't really have those moments on your own, you know, with your family. And your pregnancy is it's such a beautiful thing that you just want to share with your family before you share it with the world. You know, but unfortunately being a public figure doesn't give you the luxury of being private. If you're gonna go buy bread, somebody's gonna see you and they're gonna be like, sorry, we saw her.
You saw her.
So man, being pregnant as a public figure is not easy.
No, it's not.
It's not.
I know you're a Christian, but are you superstitious?
Sorry, before you answer that, I just want to...
Again.
Yeah. Cool.
Good. Are we good?
Good.
Cool. I know you're a Christian, but are you superstitious? Like, you know, like we always say that pregnancy is sacred. You don't want people to know how far you are. You don't want people to touch your belly. Are you?
No.
You know?
Not at all. I'm not superstitious at all. And I believe that we're not in control of anything.
Absolutely.
I've had to learn that the hard way. I've had situations in my life where I could not control, I could not fix, I could not do anything. So I had to rely on God, completely rely on God. And it goes back to what I was saying to you, that you have to pray for your kids and hope that God is going to be there. There's absolutely nothing you can do to protect them beyond praying for them or whatever. You can even want to be the one who takes them to school and come back and whatever. But there's only so much that you can do, you know. So I've really learned that we don't have control over anything. So even if I had to be superstitious and not do this and say, don't touch my belly and not, it's not going to help. It's not going to help. And also, I just want to be me and be free and do the things that make me happy. If I want to post my belly, let me post my belly. If I want to share how far I am, I want to share it. If that's what makes me happy, you know, because pregnancy, you've got days where you're feeling down and you're tired and whatever. Then there's those days where you're just like, oh, I look cute today. You know, and I want to share it better. You know, and I feel so much better today. So I want to talk about it on my life. You know, I want to be able to enjoy life without limiting myself because I'm scared of witchcraft or other things. You know? It's like the people that normally post their babies and they cover their faces.
I was those people for a while, for the longest time. And
I'm like, okay, then why do you post? Then just don't post if you don't want people to see your baby.
I know what you mean.
You know, but don't half post. It's either you post or you don't. You know? Because if you believe it's bazomtharatha or whatever, bazomtharatha lenyawo bazibona because they're on social media. You know what I mean? So I'm one person
hear
that
you.
just wants to live,
Mm.
live,
Mm.
and
And live.
yeah.
Yeah.
And enjoy life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's play a game, ne?
All right.
I don't know what a game maybe it's among, but I'm
But
gonna
it's
show you.
charades.
Nah, it's charades. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna show it to you,
Yeah.
and then when I would like act out, and then I'll have to guess.
Okay.
I'm so bad at these games, Mara. I hope. When I act sharp.
Yeah. I'll try.
So should I show it to camera or will you be able to see?
Please show it.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna start, ne?
Okay.
I haven't seen anything.
All right.
Okay, cool.
And it's no words. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Scan.
Almost there.
Ultrasound.
Yes. Oh wow.
A photo shoot.
Yes, but
Pose. A pregnancy shoot.
what's the
Maternity
other-
shoot.
Yes.
You are so good. Breastfeeding.
Yes.
My favorite.
Oh wow.
That. Milk.
Yes, but what do you call it? What?
Formula.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Oh wow. How am I going to describe that? Okay.
Okay. Baby shower. So Simphiwe, that was fun.
It was.
Lastly, what are you looking forward to this amazing journey?
I cannot wait to see my baby's face.
Space, I know.
I cannot wait to hold my baby. I cannot wait to love my baby and just take care of my baby. I cannot wait for Tiani to see my baby,
Yeah.
see his sibling.
Is he excited?
He is so
I
excited.
can imagine.
He is so excited, but he's putting a lot of pressure on me because, like, I don't want a baby sister. I want
A brother.
a baby brother.
Okay.
So I'm just like, but that's not up to me. Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll
Whatever
see,
baby
yeah.
we have,
Yeah.
we have, and you learn to love them. But
Yeah.
he just tells me every day,
Mm.
I want a baby brother.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So you don't know who's coming?
No, not yet.
Deliberately or
Deliberately, not yet. We'll find out.
let me
soon.
prophesy.
We'll do a
I have a
gender
feeling it's a
reveal.
girl.
Everyone says that, but I'm like, how?
I don't know because you look so pretty.
But my face didn't change with Tiani either.
And Tien is very pretty.
So
He's a pretty
we
boy.
don't know. We don't
Okay,
know.
but if it's a girl, then I won.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
and
it's a girl, then you won. I will say Pasi. Nickname. Pasi. Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming,
Thank you
and
for having me.
congratulations.
Thank
You're doing so
you.
well.
Thank you so much.
We watch you all the time. You inspire us. You know, the more you post about your journey, you don't know
Yeah.
what it's doing to other people.
Yeah.
And you being open like that, like you said, it does, like, for people like us, I'm not superstitious, Mara ke a tshaba, what?
Yeah.
For people like us, it's nice to hear what you were saying about being free
Yeah.
and doing what makes you happy and doing what you like. And congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Congratulations to you too for the podcast.
Thank you
and everything.
so
You're doing
much.
so well.
Ke a leboga.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Thanks for watching.